It's probably going to be Monday when this finally gets released, made, edited. But it's been a pretty trying week in the HVAC department in Florida. And then we had a very trying weekend. So I hope you guys are still interested enough, I guess, at least in me and the channel to watch this video. But for the very least, you should stick around to the end to watch the wife's opinion, the wife's little segment. It's worth it, I promise. But without further ado, let's roll the intro and drop the gavel on Supergirl.
Viewer discretion advised.
You pussies!
Welcome to Gotham.
Cenobites.
Jesus Christ. Heavens, no. Same city, completely different zip code.
Rise, motherfucker.
Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. You clicked on Gotham Cenobites. I'm Terry, and this is the Gotham Gavel. We are in session. Yeah, so it's a quarter scale Supergirl. It's the comic version of the Woman of Tomorrow, which is what James Gunn based his movie off of, that seemingly somehow has tanked. Now, I'm a very big DC fan. I have never read this story, but I think she did a well enough job as Supergirl. It's not a very strong origin story, but I really dug the movie. It's worth watching at least once, I think, for everybody, if you're a DC fan or if you're a Lobo fan and you may or may not get another Lobo. But yeah, it was enough to where I loved the movie. I've already purchased the Steelbook pre-order, and I did for down there, even if he has to go in the what I call the failed DC universe. I did pre-order the Hot Toys Lobo, but that's the movie that this is based off of. But this is the comic version of that story, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into all the pictures. Surprisingly, there's only one SKU, and we'll talk about that when we get to the bonus. I think it's a pretty weak release overall, but yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful statue. So without further ado, let's jump into the pictures. Alright, this is going to be a pretty quick gavel compared to the last three I did a few weeks ago. So this first slide is, yeah, three different views of the statue. One, I don't know if my head's in the way or which way I should go, but it's the back view. Surprisingly, with the what you would call it, a sub base, it looks exactly the same in the front as it does from the back. Surprisingly, with Prime 1. But yeah, this is multiple characters, as you see. In the next slide, we're getting to, I forget her name. Yeah, been watching the movie all week with the kids, just something to throw on. But yeah, I can't remember her name, but she's also in the movie, and I don't know who is sitting on the bench with her. This little tiny person, but you see, is the same character from the movie. In comic book form, the sword, everything, it's all in the movie. But I think it's pretty well done, you know. And I want to throw this picture up. I forgot to talk about it in the previous slide, but the Supergirl herself, and we'll put that picture up and jump into this next slide. It looks pretty damn, you know, costume-wise, it looks pretty damn comic accurate. I'm pretty sure the sign here on the side, and the fact that that little bowl does light up, yeah, she looks, you know, what Prime 1 does is they make it more realistic, but she definitely, outfit-wise, straight off the comic cover, and I do like that. And I'm sure the other character, which I can't remember her name, I'm sure she's also pretty faithful, you know, but realistic version from the story. But yeah, we're gonna look closer on some of the stuff on the base. I'm sure the sign here, luggage, all of this stuff is most likely in the comic. But yeah, I can't comment on that. Other than, you know, the statue version of it looks pretty damn good. The statue has a lot going on, and I do like the part of the intro, as you saw, where they show the artist actually painting it and doing all that work. I think something Prime 1 needs to do more of, in my opinion, with other releases. And then getting into the base, I checked and checked. I didn't want to have a shitty picture of the back. But yeah, it's pretty much identical to this. And you may think it's lazy, or you may prefer it this way, but I know there's a ton of bases I have on my statue where there's a cool logo on the back. That the death metal Batman, it actually magnetizes, so I have it off and kind of displayed next to the statue. So I mean, this one, what you get in the front is what you get in the back, so I like it, you know, sub base wise. Yeah, I told you it's not a very deep release. As you see here in this slide, this is everything she's going to come with, but as I stated at the beginning of the video, there's only one SKU, so there's only one version. That is the bonus version, which this next slide, the bonus part, which again I feel is pretty weak, is just another head. Now, I did show you that comic cover, and I imagine the story from the movie is sort of the story from the comic, so I have to imagine Crypto being in this fucking thing. So I don't know why they couldn't just give you two portraits and have a Crypto, whether he attaches to the base or is separately displayed. I don't know. I feel like a Crypto would have been a better bonus. I mean, to me, making a second portrait the bonus it's a weak release, in my opinion. It's the only swappable part, and it's the bonus, and it's one SKU, one version. Why even call it the bonus then? Why not just have it be one version of the fucking... Anyways, this, of course, is the other portrait, and then I think the next slide is where we're going to put them right next to each other. It's pretty pointless, but I do like the fact, you know, Prime 1 doing their usual thing. They're going to give you a headstand, so it's pretty cool. You will have a headstand. But getting into the next one, you tell me. I think the one on the left would have been fine. This is another thing that Prime 1 is known for. That's the hair is identical. You have teeth in one picture and no teeth in the other. Was this necessary? No, I don't think it was. But that's just my opinion. You saw in the intro video, the texture of the skin on this is pretty impressive. And if you saw Jeff Delaney's from Secret Sanctuary, it was the 1/3 Vampirella, had some of the same looking skin textures. And my son was on this tablet the whole time I was watching that tour, but he peeked up when when that statue was on the screen. But the skin textures were amazing. I will give it that. Paint-wise, where we have come from a sculpting and painting standpoint. And that intro, I know you can't really see it in these pictures, but it looks like it's going to be that same type of master line or whatever they're calling this awesome paint. So give it or take for what it is. It's just crazy this portrait looks identical. But alright, so we've already got that last slide. Right here you have measurements. It is quarter scale. So the 63 centimeters is about 25 inches, give or take, tall. It is 44 centimeters or 17.3 inches wide. And then 35 centimeters, which is 13.8 or 14 inches deep. So it's not a very huge footprint. The 17 inches wide is, yeah, I mean, it's going to take up some more room than most of your quarter scales, and it's Prime 1. So I've yet to see a quarter scale of Prime 1 in person, but I've heard that they scale bigger than your normal company's quarter scale. As of recording this, you see again only one SKU, and I did not check Sideshow. I don't know if she's on Sideshow yet. I am recording this later than I usually do, so I don't know if there is a regular version that only comes with one portrait. If there is going to be 2 SKUs on different sites, different distributor sites, I don't know. This being the only version on their site, $15.99, 2 characters. It's Prime 1. And like I referenced, the skin paint, I imagine she's going to look pretty good in person. Where we've come, this intricate 2 or 3 characters, if you want to get technical, I'm not saying it's a horrible price at all. If I was, a DC comic reader, I think this is one of the best looking comic licensed Supergirl statues that's out there. And what does that say? December of 27 to March 2028. So we are really about 2 years out now. Prime 1. Yeah, so that is all the pictures. Normally I would only I would only include the wife's opinion or perspective on statues if it was something I was considering, but I did want to get her opinion on this release just because the movie is fresh with us, and I know it's a comic version of those characters from that movie, but I did want to get her opinion on it anyway. So this is not really me asking or begging permission for the statue, but I do want to see what she thinks of it. So without further ado, let's ask the wife.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Yes, I really like this one. It's super colorful.
$15.99.
Well, I mean, considering how much you spent on other things, it's not bad.
But this is quarter scale.
Oh, what? How big is that?
The other Batman Who Laughs.
The boat?
The what?
The boat. He looks like he's on a boat.
It kills me that she refers to Batman Who Laughs as the boat. I mean, I guess, in her defense, someone who doesn't really care for these characters or knows, it looks like a boat to the to the uninitiated. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Always enjoy her perspective, but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. It's not something I want. I don't know, man. If it were 1/3, I don't ever see me needing a Supergirl. I mean, I had to go out and get a metal black version of Superman to actually have him in the collection. So I do think it gets the Gotham stamp of approval. And you guys let me know in the comments. Take this. Let me know your judgment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the statue, and what you guys, the people who have read the comic, what do you guys think of the statue? Did they do it justice? And am I crazy, or should there have been a regular, or I mean the second portrait being the bonus? Why even put the word bonus on there? Why not just put one SKU, one version with 2 portraits? But again, usually when they do that, there's probably, maybe not on Prime 1's website, but on other distributors, there's going to be 2 SKUs. This, and then one with 1 portrait, which, again, depending on how much extra money Prime 1's going to ask other distributors to charge for the bonus, I don't think that the portraits are different, and the hair is exactly the same. You have teeth and you don't have teeth. This to me, and usually Prime 1 does this when they have 3 or more portraits. That'd be 2, like my Harley Quinn's back there. There's 2 that are similar out of the 6 fucking portraits that it came with. So to have 2 be similar with 6 portraits, okay, you are forgiven. But for a bonus with 2 portraits, for them to look this identical, I think it gets the Gotham stamp of approval. I'm sure she'll be beautiful. But to me, I think it's overall a weak release, and it's something that they may have even rushed to get out around the same time the movie does. Of course, it's comic, but the music that they chose to use that I couldn't use for license copyright purposes is the same as the movie trailer. So it's clearly rushed to get out when the failed movie came out. So I don't know if it's going to do very well. It seems like every licensed and unlicensed company in the world right now is going after this character. So it may have to go unlicensed, but I do think there's other better Supergirls out there right now. So that's my opinion. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think of the statue, what you think of the movie. I seem to be in the minority about actually enjoying it, but I enjoyed her and I enjoyed Lobo. I enjoyed the movie. It's coming to be in the Steelbook collection. I don't care. But that is finally going to do it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to stick around. And I don't know what's next. We have the statue showdown for Swamp Thing planned. I have all the slides already complete. It is just trying to find time to do it. I do have a surprise statue next week I'm going to pick up. And I'm not going to do anything extravagant. I may do a short because it's a statue I used to own. I'm going to repurchase. It's even the statue I owned that I'm buying back. So, look out for that. Instagram, Facebook, Gotham Cenobites. You will probably see pictures on my socials and maybe a short once he's back in the collection. So, look out for that. And again, Swamp Thing and the rest of the Justice League Dark statue showdowns are coming. It's just, work has been crazy. Work has been really crazy. Florida, HVAC, yeah. I don't have any energy. I'm surprised I'm awake right now. But again, I've rambled on enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. And whatever it is, if it's the Gavel, if it's the statue that's coming back next week, or if it's the statue showdown for Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is going to be the next showdown for sure. But alright, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good, I wouldn't say weekend, but this is probably going to release Monday. So have a good week, and peace.
I mean, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great.
This is comic.
It's still a beautiful piece.
Well, I tell you, the one thing this has going for it, that's not in the, or that the movie has that this statue doesn't, and that's that fucking dog.
I love the dog.
I was rooting for the poison.
You are evil. That is terrible. I love the dog. I'm not okay with that at all.
Court's adjourned.